What's up, my man? How you doing?
Good. How
Hey,
you
good
doing?
morning.
Good morning, Otis. Good morning, team.
So, welcome to this Monday's Mastermind. We got a substitute teacher with Thomas and I this morning. And wanted to, first of all, just congratulate everyone for continually doing this and being disciplined with this, because your disciplines will create either good things or bad things in you. And so doing this on Mondays and Fridays, and then holding yourself accountable, my hat's off to all of you, because that does mean a lot.
It's a
So,
great way to get your morning started. Go ahead, Otis.
Yeah, so does anyone have any success stories that they'd like to share with us to kick off the meeting? If not, I have one. I've been keeping up with a couple of investors, and last night I was able to meet with one, and hopefully he's going to be getting this huge project where we'll be on the end of it and selling the units as they come available. And so it's one of those things that for me, I feel like if you have investors that you work with, then you always have someone that's a buyer, no matter what. And they're a little bit easier to work with in some ways because they don't have the same emotions as maybe a first-time home buyer or something to that effect. And so so I had some success yesterday because I've been working on this guy for the better part of 2 to 3 years. I've already closed a couple transactions with him, but it's just a gardening process. It's a habitual process for me to make sure that I stay in contact with all of them and have follow-up, because there is a fortune in follow-up. And so so I kicked it off. Does anyone else want to jump in?
Lauren,
Thomas, you got it?
actually, Lauren gave me a call on Friday, so she had some success with some listings. So we'd like to share, Lauren?
You know, I'll always talk. I have got, I have, let's see, one, two, of 4 coming soon. One this week, one next week, and a couple that they're lender referrals and past clients. A lot of the listings are from the my clients that I helped get into the home.
Past clients.
In the first, past clients. And just being consistent with posting, even if I slack off and don't get out my texts, all of them, the consistent posting that every day we have that post from Puma, that's my first thing. When I wake up, I check my emails for the daily post and get it out there as soon as possible. Your SOI and everybody else sees that you are active, and it just triggers, you're top of mind. Besides the texts, the posts are very important, because I have a lot of people, when I'm at the doctor or wherever, Publix, people are like, oh, well, how's the market? I know people that are telling me that it's slowed down. I said, well, I don't know what world they're in. They're not working. They're just not working, because I can't even catch my breath. So you just have to be consistent and out there posting and texting and videoing. And like everybody says all the time, talk to people.
Yeah, be opportunistic, right?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've been busy, and I did get from the text, who do you know that needs to buy or sell? I did get a past client referred me 2 people that just called me out of the blue, and now they're buyers, and they're already pre-approved, and we're ready to go.
Outstanding. Thanks for sharing. How many of you held an open house this past weekend? Come on, I know someone did.
Yeah, you can raise your hand in chat if you want.
Yeah.
I had an
Okay.
open house Saturday. I've received 2 as-is offers.
Nice.
Okay.
This
Right
one
on.
was,
Was it
this
your
one was
listing, Michael?
30,000 below asking, so
Was it your listing, Michael?
I'm sorry.
Was it your listing?
Yes,
Oh, outstanding.
yeah.
Let
And
me
I've
ask.
got one buyer that's have an appointment with this morning at 10.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's a good success story.
Yeah. So Michael, let me ask you something. When you did your open house, did you do your 5-5-10? Did you let your neighbors know that you were doing an open house?
Absolutely, yes. I distributed about 40 different flyers to about 40 different houses. And I also did the property blast to all the agents in Lakeland.
Okay. Did you have a conversation with any neighbors? Knock on their doors?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. How did that go?
Well, some were positive, but some were negative.
Right.
Par for the
80-20
course, right?
rule.
So the thing about open houses is that yes, you're waiting for people to come, but proactively you can actually go have conversations with the neighbors and let them know that first of all, you're inviting them to the open house to let them know if they have anybody that they know or that wants to move to the area. But at the same time, we're asking them too, like, what brought you to the area? How long have you lived in the area? What do you like about this place? Why did you choose this place? If you were to move, where would you move to? How soon? So you're gathering information, and I always say that asking questions and gathering information is how you're able to find out how you can help this individual. Yes, because we don't know who they know. I mean, they may have a sister, brother, or somewhere in Georgia, somebody that's a friend that wanted to move into the area. So, but by having that conversation, we're building some rapport. Okay, so you guys have an open house. I know that you guys do a lot of marketing and stuff on social media and passing out flyers and stuff. Let's make sure that we're knocking on the doors and just having these little conversations. You never know where it's going to go, because you also going to ask them, do you know what your home is worth in today's market? Right? A lot of them really don't know. And if you sit down and you let them know about the equity that they have in their home, then there's going to be opportunity, whether they want to move or not. We talked about HELOCs, yes? Where it can do investment properties. So, just educating our sellers and buyers on things that they can do with their equity. Good job, Michael.
Thank you.
Any other open houses? And from our assignment, well, what we were assigned to do last week, does anyone have any success stories with what we were doing last week?
I know that Jeff asked you guys to send out a text, to let people know that we are short in inventory. How did that go with some of you guys? Did you do it? If so, let us know what success you had with it. All right, we got a chat here. Lauren says my sound sounds fuzzy. Sorry. Anyone else? LaShonda,
Yes.
you wanted to share something with us?
No. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
your microphone's on.
I guess I do. I did an open house this weekend, guys, and it was pretty good. I did the 5-5-10. Actually, I put out about 75 flyers in the neighborhood. I had about 5 conversations. I learned a lot about the neighborhood and the people in it. Most of the people that I had a chance to talk to were like the original homeowners in the neighborhood, and they weren't, I'm not here forever type thing, but I'll be reaching back out to them, thanking them for taking out the time to speak to me, so on and so forth. But I did it.
Awesome.
Very good.
Good job. Good job.
Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah, and it's good to do that public service announcement when you knock on the neighbors' doors and let them know,
Yeah,
hey,
and
yeah,
it
we're doing an
felt
open
good
house.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it felt
it's a conversation starter.
Right. I'm having an open house. I'd like for you to stop by. Do you know anybody that's moving in the neighborhood? Or do you have anybody that might want to move into the neighborhood kind of thing? And it made it real smooth. So, yeah.
Yes. Yes. It's non-intrusive. It's an
Non-intrusive,
invitation.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And everybody was so friendly this time. So that was pretty cool also.
Yes.
That's
Like,
always good. And then,
like
when
Michael,
you knock on those doors, as we always talk about, you ask a few questions, do the public service announcement, you go into neutral, match their energy, and then from there you can sometimes ask a few questions that you'll find out about other neighbors that might be willing or wanting to sell their house, or even a buyer, or whatever the case may be. And so, great
absolutely,
job.
absolutely. And like Michael said, looking if anybody looking to move up or move down, and that's obviously that's what we want, right?
That's right.
A lot of people, some people become empty nesters, so they need to move down, to a smaller home. So yes, you need to have those conversations.
And keep in mind, what we're focused on is getting listings, correct? And so to get listings, we have to be not only opportunistic, but we also have to be confident in our skill set, not only to ask the right questions, but to match the energy and also understand the values of the neighborhood in the home that we're targeting. Does anyone have a habit of doing CMAs on a weekly basis for any kind of opportunities, prospects, or anything like that?
Jose says, I got 4 responses with, I will spread the word and let you know. I made sure to send my digital business card so they can share to their group.
Beautiful.
Okay. Awesome.
And this week you can follow up with them. Good job, Jose.
Exactly. Thanks, Jose.
And so going back to the CMAs, does anyone create habits? Because we are what we repeatedly do, right? So if we repeatedly create value for people, if it's a CMA or whatever the case may be, we will, by virtue of that habit, we're going to get listings. We get it in front of enough people by the virtue of in the law of averages, we're going to get listings. And so one of the things Thomas and I spoke about was what we're going to prescribe this week is find 5 people to do a Moxie CMA or any kind of CMA. We just want some action here. And that way it could be past clients, most of your past buyers, great opportunity to reconnect with them. And if it's someone that maybe you found on Remind that is a non-owner or a distressed or a high sell score, if you can find their email address, if you don't like to door knock, or if you want to door knock and you just want to leave it there and say, we chose 5 people to do a CMA for, and you're one of them, and here's a CMA and here's the value, and then go back in the neutral and find out what they say, and then match their energy and see what you can do with that. But generally speaking, by the law of averages, you're going to find a listing if you're creating CMAs for people.
Okay, you also mentioned about, going and Remind getting the high scores, yes?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
We've talked about high sell scores.
Yep.
And we've talked about non-owner occupieds, the rentals. Has anyone had success with that over the last week? Because I know that's one of the things that we've been targeting. And we're looking for success stories. That's all we want. If you did it, that's a success story. We're building on every little success story. And Lauren's right, absentee homeowners. That's another one.
Well, I feel if you do a really good job on your open house, there's somebody going to see you, going to think, hey, maybe he should list my house.
They see you working for them. That's right, Michael. Absolutely.
Right. Exactly.
And that means something.
Yeah. Has anyone done any Moxie CMAs? Present. If so, speak up. Share your success story. It's like pulling teeth this morning.
Well, and going back to, you're here though. Even if you're not talking, you're still here. You've created the discipline for 8:30 on Monday morning with other people that have the same goals in mind. You want listings. You are here. You're listening, even if you're not participating in the conversation. You're here, and that's a big positive. That's a step in the right direction. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get going on a Monday morning. You got other stuff that you got planned. You're putting your week in front of you. But what we find now is this is a discipline that you're already doing. And so that's a step in the right direction. No matter what, you keep these disciplines, good things are going to happen. And so going back to CMAs, absentee owners, high sales scores. All right, Kimberly sending out CMAs this week to high sales scores in her farms. That's what we're talking about. Well done, Kimberly. Good things are going to happen. That's just what it is. Good things will happen when you keep applying that little bit of pressure and create those disciplines, because that is what's going to carry you and create a good career for yourself. All right, any other success stories? Talk to us. And it could be chat. We're cool with chat.
Jennifer Bell, are you there?
Hey, good morning. Sorry, I was trying to unmute.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How was your week last week?
Last week was a little slow for me. I'm still trying to get into the swing of kids being out of school and working for the summer. I actually was focused kind of on updating email addresses in Moxie. I haven't had a lot of time to do that, so I'm trying to do that so I can do the CMAs and start sending those out. And then I had a really good appointment on Friday that went really well. It's actually a listing of mine that I met the buyer at an open house. It's a townhome in Largo, and met the buyer at an open house and actually went over and previewed the townhome he owns in the same complex. So once we close and he does some updates to the current one that he's purchasing, we are going to potentially list his, and he's looking to invest in a couple other properties in the area as well.
Nice.
So it didn't really go along with what last week's assignment was, but it was a really good meeting I had on Friday with a lot of good things to come in the future.
Absolutely. It's productive.
Yes.
Totally. Absolutely. Good luck with that.
And that's what it's about. I mean, if you find your opportunities outside of the script, that's fine. I mean, when you look at, like, I always use sports as a metaphor. If it's a busted play and you score a touchdown on a busted play, it's still a victory, right? It may not have been in the playbook, but a victory is a victory, and count them up, because real estate, it's got its challenges. But when you count a lot of little victories over time, they become big victories, and then bigger victories over time become a great career. And so keep doing that, because if you're being opportunistic, that's really, really what's going to add up over time.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of goes back to what you guys are talking about, which is talking to people, and, talk to several people in this complex now, and a lot of them are older and, kind of looking to make a move. So kind of spend some time in there and focus and meet some more people and form some better relationships in this particular complex.
Nice job.
At the end of the day, it's just, having these conversations, and that's what it's all about, talking to people. So good job, Jennifer.
Well done.
Who else?
Anyone else? Talk to us.
Hey, I have a question. Did we ever, it's late in the game now, so it's probably a rhetorical question. Are we not having that velocity to money thing?
Yes, velocity, it will be on June 21st. Velocity of money will be on June 21st.
Okay,
June
we
21st.
to send out, because it's a little over a week away.
Yeah, they'll send out some information, Lauren, on that, so we can get people involved. Just mark that date on your calendar, guys, June 21st. Also, too, I just want to let you know that we'll be going back to doing contract training on Friday as well.
Yeah, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Masterminds will still be on Monday, but we're going to put contract training on Fridays back in there. We feel that it's important to continue to be good and know what we're doing as far as contracts goes. So going back to CMAs, our thoughts are this: if you're good at CMAs, you're confident. If you're confident when you do have the opportunities, you're going to be more successful. You're going to be more of a converter. One of the things that I always feel is important is, what is your personality? What is your DISC profile? Make sure you're doing things that are your strengths, right? And then leverage the heck out of the company with the weaknesses that you have in your personality. I know that I'm not strong with paperwork, so I leverage the company for that. Angelique knows that I have some blind spots, right? But at the end of the day, I also understand my strengths. So in doing that, know who you are, be aware of who you are. And when you're aware, as Craig always says, it gives you options. And one of the big things is creating a CMA is still the same. No matter what your personality is, creating a CMA, understanding value, all that's still the same. But how you deliver it, make that your strength as far as your personality goes. If you're a door knocker, go do it, man. Just go get out there and put yourself out there. If you're great on the phone, get on the phone, call your contacts, call your past clients, find someone to get a CMA to on a daily basis. And by the virtues of those habits and the laws of the averages, you will get listings. It's just what it is. But when you're confident and you've been doing CMAs on a daily basis, that confidence can't be broken because you're already there. You're in the mix. You're in that belly of that beast. You know what's going on with those values of that farm or that past client or that neighborhood or whatever it may be that you might be hunting on remine. But know it, and when you do it every day, you're confident, and they can feel that. People will feel your confidence. They'll feel your energy. And so when you do it every day, it's what it is. You're gonna be successful.
It's going to become natural. Exactly. Has
All
anybody
right, more
had
success tips.
has anyone had any conversations with sellers in regards to doing investment properties? As we talked about doing HELOCs, any success stories there? Any potential sellers that actually looking to become buyers, investing in homes? Does anyone have anything to share? No?
We're pulling it out of you.
Andrea.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How's everyone doing?
What's new
Good.
in DeFilippo's world?
Well, I was MIA there for about a week, so I take some care of some personal business. So
But
I
you're
am back. Thank you. Trying to get, in the swing of things. I was able to get one of my out-of-state clients under contract, so that was a big one last. Yeah.
$800,000. That's exciting.
Yeah, it is, but the issue is we have a 0 life expectancy roof. So the seller is the agent, but not acting as the agent, I should say. There was a little what do you want to say? Blurred put into the additional terms. So basically the partners act as the agent, but we have a roofer going out today that represents the seller buyer and then one on the seller. So hopefully we can come to terms. It was a full price offer with no concession. So I'm hoping that we can make this work. So we will make it work somehow, I should say. So I guess, and just working on a couple other listings that hopefully are going to be coming soon. I need to find one of my buyers a property, and that's kind of the issue, somewhere to go. So, and another one that will be coming in a couple weeks that's painting their house. So anyways, I did do the CMAs, I will say, for the farming. My thing is I pushed out a while when it's been a while. And I pushed them out, but not anyone was really home. I knocked on the doors, I left them. I had a couple conversations that were good. A couple people were like, oh, this is great information. Thank you. I guess the question is the follow-up after, because I do have to get back into that. I know there's value there. The follow-up that goes with that, I guess, is what I'm trying to figure out. Is we go back to the door? I mean, what do you think on the follow-up on the CMA?
Ask them how they want to communicate. Ask them what's the best way of communication. Do they like text? Do they like phone calls? When I'm going to do the CMA, I want to make sure that it's easy to get to you and it's easy for you to receive. And then we all have different ways that people will communicate with us, and we have to kind of be versatile ourselves. And so I find that when it comes to follow-up, there's a fortunate follow-up. But if you're sending it in the wrong channel, they never check their email or whatever the case may be, you might be wasting your time and you're putting in quite a bit of effort. And so in that initial conversation, it's almost like not only you're doing the CMA, but you're going to tailor make the conversation and the method of communication to them. And that way, if they're telling you how they want to communicate, you can't go wrong.
Yeah,
Al-
no,
Also, are you emailing this, or how are you sending the information?
no, I was leaving them at the door, and that's what I'm saying. Several of them are not home. Should I maybe do both if I do have an email? Like, I don't mind knocking on the doors. I actually like knocking on the doors. So
Mhm.
I find value because if I can get in front of them, that's golden.
Yeah.
However, several of them are not home. I'm talking maybe 50. I might have come in contact with like 10 or 12. See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
I would email too, and then that'd be a great follow up too. Did you
Mhm.
receive my email? Just wanted to check, give you a call or knock on the door and ask them if they received the email. I mean, unless you have a way of seeing when they open it, but other than that, that's a good follow up.
Okay, yeah, because I definitely need to get back to that. I mean, I still have a number of buyers. Either, I'm still looking for them. However, not so a lot of time spent there, but I definitely want to get back to the CMAs because there's value there for sure.
Absolutely. And sometimes social media is a pretty powerful tool too. If you can't find their email and
Mm-hmm,
you have a hard time just getting them in front or getting in front of them,
mm-hmm,
you can sometimes find them on Facebook or Instagram
right.
and just do a simple private message to them or a direct message to them. And that I have seen agents have success doing it that way.
Okay.
Just Angelique chatted in, said we don't know how they communicate yet, so communicate in all ways, and
Mhm. That's correct.
you'll find out based on how they respond to whichever way you communicate it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make
be in
sense?
their inbox, be in their mailbox, be at their front door, and do it consistently. You can't just do it one time and be done.
That's
Remember,
right.
because it takes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times for them to even remember that. Oh, wait, Andrea. Okay, yeah. Okay, she's an agent. Okay, yeah, she's trying.
Mhm.
It takes constant follow up. You got to be relentless. And I know it's tedious and boring, but we got to do it. We got to be in their way, like y'all always say. You got to be in their way when they're ready to put
Yeah.
their property on the market.
Good
Yeah.
job, Angelique. It's a great 2
Yeah.
cents.
Absolutely. And I definitely see the value in that. And I have to get it in my mind because buyers, yeah, I'm all over that. I mean, I literally have buyers say, I thank you for your assertiveness, but please. But and I am like, okay, whatever. Thank you anyways.
But Andrea, you are relentless when it comes to buyers.
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
can take that same tenacity and put it towards your seller. I mean, you'll be like a
Yeah.
beast mode.
Yeah,
You know?
I do. I just need to cut the umbilical cord with the buyers.
Well, and
I know that. All right.
it's a shift.
Yeah,
It is a shift.
it is a shift. It's a comfort thing too. I will say with the
Mhm.
the OCD and trying to be perfect type of thing. So I just need to do it. But well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
Jennifer,
thank
thank
you.
you.
That's a
Thank
really
you
good.
for sharing.
That was a great contribution.
Thank you.
Jennifer Bell said, can you send a Moxie presentation through Messenger or Instagram? And I believe this is Jimmy. He responded, yes, just copy a link from the presentation and send it to them.
And that's powerful because Instagram and text messages are almost, I think, 95% open rate. And so you will get their attention. Even if if you're not friends with them. If like I see messages come often now for people trying to get me to do cryptocurrencies and stuff. It finds its way to me. It really does. It finds its way to me. And I'm not doing it, but it's finding its way to me. It's a method of communication and origination.
I missed Andrea's story because I had to let the handyman in, but all I could say is buyers used to dominate everything I did, and now I have more listings now than I've ever had before, and it'll come. It'll come, and it just will. You'll get more comfortable with working with people, and they will just come. If you build it, they will come. If you build your business, they will come. So I remember Andy, when I first started, Andy would say, Andy Simmons, she'd say, the longer you do the business, the easier it gets. And it's so true. It's so true because instead of dialing for dollars, people are calling you. People are calling you, hitting you up, and you don't have to make as many phone calls. So just keep pushing forward. Everybody do what you do. The listings will come. I promise.
But you got
Great
to
job,
grind
Lauren.
out.
If you don't mind me asking, how long would you say the transition was from buyer to being a predominant listing agent?
It took a while. So I've been doing it for a little over 6 years. It probably took about 3 years or so, three and a half years or so.
Did you
Really,
just change your habits to get that direction?
a little bit, but it's like I said, it's a lot of it is from SOI and past clients. I work a lot with veterans, a lot of my business is through Veterans United and Navy Federal Cardis. And, a lot of people are leery of taking referrals. You take the hit on the first, commission wise, you take the hit on that first deal and they are so grateful. In fact, I mean, they just pass along your name without thinking about it. And like a great example was I just had a closing on Friday and it was a Veterans United, and not soon after she walked through the door of her new home, she texted me, "Here's my mom's number. She's looking for a house too."
Beautiful.
It was that quick. It comes back tenfold. Like we're learning in the art of magnetism, give the gift, give the
Mhm.
gift. That's what we're doing. We are giving the gift of home ownership and it will come back tenfold. Expect nothing and you get the world.
I love
But
it.
I just to add to Lauren, because obviously we coach every week, and I just seen the significant growth in her business. This year she said, I'm going to focus on listings. Like she said in the beginning of the year. And
Nice.
with that being said, she had some clarity and she manifested it. And right now, I think she has got 6, 7 listings, and it's just mind blowing that it's like what gets focused on gets done, right? And she started calling her past clients. She started, doing the things necessary to get these listings. And now it's just referrals are coming her way and things are just happening. So good job there, Lauren.
You put it out to the universe. It's coming back to you. Well done.
Correct. But it's action, right?
That's right.
You got to have action behind it.
Okay, other success stories, anyone? So one of the things that I look at every week is a little bit of self-evaluation. And self-evaluation would be, who do I know that's a homeowner? How do I know them? How can I do I have past clients that I sold houses to? They're homeowners. Do I have friends, family? How are you connected into the community? I'm connected in the community through youth sports. I've been coaching for the better part of 12 years. And I generally get business just from that community base, that pillar, if you will. And so when we talk about self-evaluation, take just a kind of a big picture glance at your business model. And then who do you know? We are originating all the time. If you're like Bob Dean, which we talk about all the time, this guy can strike up a conversation with anyone. He's got great energy. He knows how to really just be a very friendly guy that you're easy to have a conversation with. And then from there, he's also opportunistic with his questions and so forth. Not everyone can do that. At the other side of that, though, some of you may have come from a different background, of some kind of a professional background. Maybe it was military, maybe it was in the medical field, something along those lines. But just take inventory of all the homeowners you know, and then target those homeowners with CMAs. And if you are able to find 5 CMAs a week, and you take 2 weeks off in the year, that's 50 weeks to have 5 CMAs a week. What do you got? 250, right? Is my math right on that? And
Yeah.
so by the law of averages, do you think you'll get listings from 250 CMAs a year? I would say yes, you will. And so if you're trying to make that transition, just get yourself out there. And then when you're delivering CMAs, you may not win that particular person, but they're going to be like, you know what? They're going to have another conversation. You're going to be the one that's top of mind when they're having a conversation with someone else with a real estate need. And so that will grow your business by action. And those actions will make you more comfortable and confident in your abilities to do what you do and what you want to do. And being here on this call this morning and every Monday morning, you're already taking action. You might not be participating, and that's fine, but you're here. And that discipline is already starting. So now it's time to just level up just a little bit more and find 5 CMAs with anyone. If it's Remind, if it's attorneys, probate attorneys, estate attorneys, if it's doctors, lawyers, divorce attorneys, find someone. Assisted living facilities. People are moving out of their house, moving in there. They got to sell their house. People need help. There's a lot of people out there that need help. So finding 5 a week isn't that, when you really look at the big picture, you can do it. You just got to create that mindset, create those disciplines, and take action towards it. And then it becomes your lifestyle, and it'll flow your way. Lauren's example of how she shifted and what Thomas said, she shifted her mindset. It's a great example of how you can manifest this career for yourself. Thomas, what you got?
Oh, I think we said it all today. I mean, we went over the absentee owners, just a recap. We talked about open houses, talked about investment properties, HELOCs, Moxie, what the comps. Velocity of money is going to be on June 21st. The game plan is to send out 5 CMAs a week, correct?
Yeah.
Right. And
so that's it. Let's do it.
And then we talked about their achievements.
Yes.
I mean, does anybody have anything else to add? I believe that every day is a chance, right, to get better. So let's not waste it. Weekly we're doing these things. So I just believe that if you take action, and like Otis said, just to piggyback on what I said, you're here. So why not just take the information and put it into action and see the results? Because I truly believe that if you do something, you're going to get something in return, right? So just keep on pushing away and stay motivated. We're here for you. You have the support that you need in order to get things done, or questions that you may have. And I would just love to see all you guys just achieve your dreams, because you're here for a reason. So let's just make it happen.
So come next Monday, if you chat or you want to participate with your camera off, whatever the case may be, what we'll do is we'll find 5 CMAs to give and deliver between now and next Monday. And we'll have a success story party, right? And it's going to be a Monday morning, just like we're doing now. We're getting our disciplines in. From here, you're going to do whatever you do. I know Summer's here. You're going to you've got time to do whatever you want to do, as long as you get your 5 CMAs in. That's a success in itself. And if you create this habit for yourself, you will become a listing agent. But my hat's off to everyone here, because you're here. You're here today. You care. You want to make a change. Now these are simple actions, and you will become more confident as you move.
And if you need help, please give us a call. I mean, last week Jimmy and Chris did a really great presentation on Remind, getting the high scores to send those out there. I mean, to find 5 high scores and send CMAs to those individuals, or better yet, go knock on their door.
Yeah.
Right. And present it that way. So there's just many different ways that you guys can do this, but please just do something.
Yeah. Hey, we're counting victories here. We're counting victories. So even if it's your mom and your uncle and your cousin, and because you're not confident and you're trying to get out of that little bit of a shell or whatever it is, start there. That's fine. Find 5 people. It could be people you're very close with. It doesn't matter. It could be your advocates, those who love you and trust you and give you business. Start with them. They love you already. You can't go wrong. But just find 5 people, so that way next week we all have. It looks like there's 20-something people on here, so we'll have almost 100 CMAs delivered. Right? That would be fantastic. By the law of averages, we're going to win. just by that taking that kind of action.
All right, anything for the greater good?
I just want to say I've been listening. You guys nailed it today. What an amazing class. What a great deal. And hello from California, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Hey,
Good job.
good to see
Awesome
you.
class, guys. Awesome takeaways.
Well, we've had fun being substitute teachers.
Well, you did a
Thanks,
phenomenal
Jeff.
job. But great for everybody for tuning in, and it's a great week, man. It's going to be as great as you want to make it.
Count your victories, baby.
Love it, guys.
All right.
Thank
Hey,
you.
go seize the day. Have a great day. Go win this day.
Go make it happen.
Let's do it. Bye.